I had a Diet Mountain Dew yesterday and one today. I'm sure they're going to call that racist too, but it's good.
All of the talking points about wokeness, but none of the stage presence of Donald Trump. J.D. Vance gave his first solo speech today since becoming Donald Trump's official VP running mate. He spoke in his hometown of Middletown, Ohio, and Fox News actually had to cut the feed because of how boring it was. I want to play some clips for you guys of him rambling, saying stuff about George Soros, all of the classic Republican conspiracy theories, but it doesn't have quite the same punch as when Donald Trump says it. Like the video and let's watch this first clip.
What is going on in this country is absolutely disgraceful. Let me get a little philosophical here. I imagine most of you did not vote for Joe Biden, and if you did, welcome aboard. We're glad to have you. But if you want to run for president, you've got to make your case to voters. You make your case to voters. That's what President Trump did, even though he would have already been the president. And even though he was by far the most popular person in the Republican Party, he ran for the Republican presidential nomination. He faced some good competition, and he made his case to voters. The idea of selecting the Democrat Party's nominee because George Soros and Barack Obama and a couple of elite Democrats got in a smoke-filled room and decided to throw Joe Biden overboard, that is not how it works. That is a threat to democracy, not the Republican Party, which is fighting for democracy every single day.
So many things to break down. First of all, Biden was the one who decided to drop out and endorse Kamala after getting COVID and thinking about it for a few days. He wasn't forced out. Nobody held a gun to his head and made sure that he dropped out of the race. He decided to, and Kamala Harris is now our nominee. On top of that, there were polls saying that 80% of Democratic voters wanted a younger candidate. Now we have that younger candidate. The idea that J.D. Vance said the Republican Party fights for democracy is laughable. I know you guys all rolled your eyes as well. Donald Trump is the one who is a fundamental threat to democracy. I can hit all of the notes about the Raffensperger phone call, about Donald Trump saying that Mike Pence didn't do what needed to be done, and that directly leading to more violence at the Capitol. So many ways. Donald Trump tried to undermine our democracy in 12 different ways. The John Eastman memos. I could go on, but here's the clip of Fox News cutting the coverage of J.D. Vance's speech because it was so boring. Notice how they start to talk over him.
Actually swimming at the swimming pool, and somebody brought over their phone and showed me the news that Joe Biden had.
All right, you've been listening to J.D. Vance giving his first solo speech since becoming Donald Trump's running mate. 9 days after the attempted assassination of the former president, a packed crowd there in his hometown, in his high school. John, a remarkable moment.
And here's J.D. Vance trying to be a tough macho man with just none of the charisma needed by saying that he wanted to debate Kamala Harris, but now he's sad that he won't get the opportunity. We all know that Kamala Harris would wipe the floor. Watch.
So I just, and by the way, talking about takebacks, I was told I was going to get to debate Kamala Harris, and now President Trump's going to get to debate her. I'm kind of pissed off about that, if I'm being honest with you. So I just
And here's a clip of J.D. Vance saying that Kamala should be more grateful, whatever that means. And notice how during his speech, he just doesn't have the charisma to excite the audience. He doesn't have the charisma needed. Multiple times he tells jokes and barely gets a laugh. Multiple times he mentions Joe Biden, leaves space for a boo, and gets like 2 or 3 boos from the audience. He doesn't have the charisma, and it really shows during his first speech. It is a total flop. Also, he's returning back to his hometown after completely flipping on his roots. He was once a never Trumper who was educated and went to an elite university. Now he is an anti-establishment Trump sycophant who rails against those same universities. But watch this clip.
And when I think about Kamala Harris, who I guess is our vice presidential candidate officially, but I guess she's going to run for president now because Joe Biden dropped out of the race. You know, when I see what want to take bets here? Want to start a betting pool just in this auditorium? But I wonder, when I see her give a speech, and she talks about the history of this country, not with appreciation, but with condemnation. And look, of course, every country, just like every family, certainly mine, has its pockmarks, right? Not everything's perfect, it's never gonna be. But if you wanna lead this country, you should feel grateful for it. You should feel a sense of gratitude. And I never hear that gratitude come through when I listen to Kamala Harris.
Everything about J.D. Vance is a lie, and MAGA supporters always tell me, yeah, but all politicians lie. No, Donald Trump lies to a different extent, and now J.D. Vance is following suit. In this next clip I play, J.D. Vance lies about Trump not supporting the Iraq war when he actually did, and the sources are available. I will show you in 1 second.
And in 2003, and look, it was Republicans and Democrats, a lot of people supported this. I'm not just beating up on the other side, but in 2003, we went to war in Iraq, and remember, it was supposed to be just a few weeks, and then everything would be over. And I was an 18-year-old kid. I supported it, and I was wrong. And you know who was right? President Donald J. Trump. He knew. He somehow knew, even though he was a real estate developer in New York, that this thing would become a quagmire. It would cost thousands of lives and trillions of dollars. And I think we want the kind of president who sees around corners, who doesn't follow the stupid conventional wisdom right off the cliff, who fights for American citizens, puts them first, and has the wisdom to know how to lead this country.
CNN finally decides to come in handy with a fact check. Trump falsely claims, again, to have opposed the invasion of Iraq. His inaccurate insistence that he opposed the 2003 invasion of Iraq, the claim was definitively debunked in 2016, which further proves the point. Everything about J.D. Vance is a lie. We've had reports from his friends, his transgender friend in college, that J.D. Vance brought them cookies after they had surgery, transgender surgery. He used to be quite intelligent. He used to be empathetic towards other people, but he shed all of that the second he put the MAGA hat on. I've been talking about J.D. Vance a lot and his flip from an anti-MAGA, never-Trumper to a MAGA sycophant, and I'm still trying to put my finger on what it is. I think it actually is just opportunism and seeing that he could have this opportunity if he lunges at it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Why did J.D. Vance flip from somebody who was super anti-MAGA, a never-Trumper, to now a Trump sycophant? Is it just the fact that he wants to rise in political power? Let me know. Go join the Mockler subreddit, join the Mockler Discord. We have some great political conversations where we do research, we debate, all of the fun stuff, and then most importantly, have a great day.